Ever seen a teacher cry because of your class? What happened? I had a history teacher one year, a good, well-liked teacher, but that year, he was different. He had just come back to work after his teenage son committed suicide. You could see the change in him. He was quiet, his eyes tired. One day, this kid, the class clown, was being his usual self, joking around, trying to get a laugh. The teacher looked at him, and his voice was low, like he was barely holding it together. He asked the kid to step into the hallway. They closed the door behind them, and for a moment we sat there in silence, listening to the muffled voices just outside. It wasn't loud, but you could tell it was tense. Then we heard it. The kid's voice, loud and sneering. "No wonder your son killed himself when he had a father like you." For a split second it was dead silent, and then we heard a crash, like a body slamming against the lockers. The teacher came back in, face flushed, his eyes wet and furious. He looked at us, and there was this raw pain in his voice as he told one of us, "Call the school resource officer." It turned into a huge deal. The teacher got suspended for the rest of the year. Back then I remember thinking it was wild he'd shoved the kid, but now, 15 years later, with some life experience of my own, I'm honestly surprised that's all he did.